Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. So I am Muhammad Fatul Alim bin Ahmad Zawawi, and I am going to give a presentation about a topic which is, this topic is one of the fundamentals that are required when we are going to have our class project, which is the panel discussion. We are going to be a panel of any forum, or we are going to have an interview, or we are going to give any presentation in front of the class. So this topic related to the one of the fundamentals, which is all of you will cover the other fundamentals, that are required when we are going to give a presentation. So my topic is about the dressing sense. So before I go further, we have to notice, we have to remember that when we are going to give any presentation, actually we are not going to only share our knowledge and our idea, but actually we are going to present ourselves, all of things that happen at ourselves, our facial expression, our dress code, our body gesture, our walking skill, walking style, and so on. The audience will evaluate us, all of that. But we as a presenter, maybe we imagine that, oh, we are going to share our knowledge just like that. But no, the audience see all of the things that happen at us when we are going to give any presentation. So that is the preview of my presentation. Okay, next. So the contents of this presentation, for the first one, I am going to define what is the meaning of dressing sense, and the next one, what is important to have dressing sense and the importance of dress code for the presenter. And the next one, the third one, is about basic dress code. I am going to share with all of you basic rule when we are going to set up our dress code when we have a presentation to present in front of the class, and so on. For the last one is about, I am going to share with you about third tips about we are going to have a very advanced dress code in order to make sure that we are going to be look more professional in our presentation. For the first one, introduction. What is dressing sense? The awareness to dress well in attractive combination of clothes that suitable with the context of the presentation. In other words, actually, dressing sense is actually we have the awareness and the common sense. That's why there is the word sense. We have the common sense, which is what we are going to wear when we have the presentation. So try to imagine we are the audience, and what are our demand to the presenter. Absolutely, we are going to demand from the presenter to wear a very specific, a very proper dress code, which is this will increase their credibility and so on. So next time in the future, when we are going to give the presentation, when we are the presenter for that presentation, so as like that, we also have to have a very good dress code, because this is just a common sense. If you want other people to treat you at the best, so you have to give the best at other people. So dress code is just a common sense. How you think that other people are good looking, so you have to wear like that. So for the next one, why is important, which is the importance of dress code for the presenter. Next. For the first one, the important is to give a positive first impression. Before that, we have to define there is the difference between first impression and judgment. Yes, we cannot judge a book by its cover. We cannot judge a presenter by how they dress up themselves. But actually, there is the difference between judgment and first impression. First impression happen automatically and accidentally. But judgment, we consider a lot of factor and reason, so that after that we make the decision, which is the judgment. So judgment not happen automatically. Judgment take a lot of time. So first impression happen automatically. For example, when we see a sister wear hijab, so our first impression that she is a Muslim. But by definition, by judgment, we cannot say that, we cannot judge that she is Muslim, because wearing hijab is just one of the indicator of Muslim. There is a lot of other indicator that show that people is Muslim. So there is the difference between first impression and judgment. Despite that, we also have to take care of this, because people nowadays love to judge other people. We cannot deny that. So to give a first impression, when we are going to give a presentation, the audience did not know what is our idea. They didn't know even our educational background. They didn't know our emotional, they didn't know our idea, the content of presentation. They did not know the topic of our presentation. But what they know, absolutely, they will know how we attire, what is our mood, how much our self-confidence. So that is the first thing that we are going to present to the audience is our dress code, not our idea. When we have the interview, so we open the door. The first thing that the interviewer will see at us is our attire, not our idea, not our certificate, not our knowledge, and so on. So it's very important to take care of the first impression in order to make sure that if the beginning is very good, so the people will assume that the rest of the presentation will be best because the introduction is already good. So when we talk about first impression, actually we only have this first, last, and only chances. Yes, we have the second and third impression, but it's not going to be similar. For the next one, gain people trust. Can you imagine that when you are going to give a presentation about healthcare, we are going to be a panel discussion about healthcare, we are going to convince the society to take care of the health and so on. But about health, but you didn't wear such as a doctor, but your idea is like a doctor, but your attire, your mood, your self-confidence is not like a doctor. So there will be a trust issue. People will question, people can question your trustee. Our presentation will be questionable. Is we are the people who are suitable to do that presentation. So by not wearing a perfect dress code, we will lose the trust by the people. So actually, when we are going to give a presentation, our objective. So right now, my objective is just one. I want to make sure that all of you know and understand my idea and apply it on yourself. But this is my objective. But in order to make sure that you are going to apply my point right now, I have to make sure that you get my trust. You put your trust on me. But how are you going to do that? If I didn't wear a very good dress code, which is you see me like a very awkward man, you see me that my point is questionable. So like that, we are going to lose the people trust, and we will have a trust issue. And in the future, they will not invite us to do that, to be the panel for that discussion or to give the presentation because we have lost the people trust. For the next one, boost self-confidence. As we know that when we attire well to give any presentation, so that means we are prepared well. So when we prepare well, we will boost our self-confidence. This is the basic dress code, simple rule, just a simple rule. For the next one, okay, just a word, formal. Yes, we cannot deny. Whenever you're going to give a presentation, you have to wear formal. But formal is general. There is a lot of definition, other definition of the word general. Next, just okay. Okay, formal, but based on presentation context. So if we are going to give a presentation about sport event that happened at the field, so it's very awkward for us to wear full suit with the necktie, blazer, black and white, and so on. So based on the context of the presentation, if we are going to give presentation about the sport event, so just wear like a jersey, wear the shoes, sport shoes, and so on. But it's still formal, even it's not necktie, there is no necktie and so on, but it's still formal because formal is general. So take care of your context of presentation and the audience. If the audience is just a random people, just wear casual. But if your audience is very academic people, it's very professional people, our lecturer, for example, is our audience, so we have to wear proper. For the next one, which is simple rule of dress code for presenter. Another one, okay. Most simple. This is the most simple. Just for boys, which is just wear collared t-shirt and shoes. Trust me, you will look formal. Trust me, even you wear the tracksuit, but you wear collared t-shirt and even collared jersey and shoes. Trust me, you will look formal. So this is the basic one. But I didn't demand all of you to do that. But just a basic one. Advanced formality. This is the advanced tips. Next. Okay, for the first one, wear a blazer or a coat. At the blazer or the coat, we have the sponge at the shoulder, so our shoulder will look higher and it will increase our ego and our presentation will be more good. Next one, wear a lanyard. It shows that we are a very organized people. For the next one, we wear shirt or t-shirt that represent our organization. This is the advanced tip, not required, but just advanced, which is we wear the shirt that has the IIM logo, or even we can wear the shirt that the same color with the IIUM team color, which is the turquoise, the blue turquoise. So we will look more organized, we will look more official when we are going to give any presentation. When we present into the audience, they will see that we are not only Fatul Alim, but I am representing the IIUM. So the respect will be more. Next one. So this is part of my conclusion. So all of you, we are the servants of Allah. We are below and Allah is above. So just follow what Allah Subhanahu wa Taala wants us to do. So another part of my conclusion, I hope all of you, me, all of you, our lecturer and so on, will never underestimate the power of dress code. I hope you enjoy my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.